So, good morning respected judges, honorable principals, vice principals, teachers, and fellow contestants. Before jumping straight to the topic, imagine how it feels to watch one of our family members or relative or our loved one go into the battlefield in a war to fight for the country just because of conflicts between others. How does it feel? Many people in this situation feel fear, sadness, worry, loneliness, anxiety, and stress. If this happened to you, how would you feel? How would you react? Do you think this is acceptable? Is war acceptable? Before I go any further, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Chor Sok Sopha Outdom, and today I have chosen the topic to talk about: is war ever acceptable? So, to begin with, what is war? War is a sustained, organized, violent conflict usually involved with armed forces to achieve a political, economic, and territorial goals. War can be divided into different types such as civil war, interstate war, and world war. Throughout history, these wars have caused widespread destruction and loss of human life. So, to start, let's look at civil war. Civil war is a conflict that happens within a country, usually between government and opposing groups or between different factions. Civil war not only cause violence, but also slows down the country's development and destroys peace. For example, during the Khmer Rouge era, Cambodia faced one of the most tragic periods in history. From 1975 to 1979, 1.5 to 2 million people died due to forced labor, starvation, and execution under Pol Pot. According to the United Nations, mass violation during this period caused devastating human rights violation and long-term trauma for survivors. This example clearly shows that civil war brings loss, suffering, destruction, which is not peace. So, second of all, let's proceed to interstate war. Interstate war is a conflict that happens between two or more countries. Interstate war usually happens because of territorial disputes, political disagreements, and competition for power. For example, interstate war had happened between Israel and Palestine, Cambodia and Thailand, and many other global tensions. According to the International Committee of the Red Cross, modern war heavily impacts to civilians, causing displacement, injuries, and humanitarian crisis. This shows that war not only impacts to soldiers, but as well as civilians. So, and as well as this shows that not only impact in the battlefield, but as well as these societies. So, last but not least, let's proceed to world war. World war is a conflict that happens between many countries from different continents. World war usually happens because of alliances, competition, or even a triggering event. For example, World War I had cost 60 million to 20 million. Even more devastating is World War II have cost between 70 to 85 million, making it the deadliest war in history. These numbers are statistics. They're real people, human, families, and the future that will last. Just think about it. Civil war happens because of power struggles and injustice. Interstate war happens because of territorial disputes, political conflicts, and world war happens because of alliances, competition, or even a triggering event. But at the end, what do they all have in common? Suffering, destruction, loss of human life. So, after hearing this example, do you still think that war is acceptable? In addition, war also damages to cultural heritage. For example, the war between Cambodia and Thailand have damaged to historical sites such as Prabhupada Temple and Thakrat Bai Temple, the places that Cambodia people have worked hard to protect for many centuries. In my opinion, war never truly is acceptable. How can we say war is acceptable when people are suffering, families are separated, and people are dying, not just because of their choice, but because of a decision made by others? So, to sum up, war is a conflict that happens between groups, nations, or countries. Some people might argue that war is necessary in order to protect their country or to defend their nations. But, however, necessary does not always mean acceptable. Hearing about that is one thing, but seeing it in real life is much more painful, terrifying, and unforgettable, especially when it comes to involve our loved ones. Even though some people might argue that war is necessary in order to protect their nation or to defend their people, even though it's not true, war should always be the last choice, not the first. Because at the end of the day, peace is always better than war. Well, that's all my speech. Thank you all for your attention.
The Cam Top International School is the best place for your child's education.